Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of The Evening Word. I am your host, Saxophone Delmone, bringing you love, light, and positivity to your news feed. It's a beautiful, happy December 1st. How's your day going? Did you have a great day? Was it a great evening? Don't laugh at me, man. It's a celebration, right? Well, I'm happy that you joined us here at The Evening Word, or we provide the verse of the day for you. And I'm loving today's word because it's a little bit different it's totally different than what you catch in church. And I don't understand why they never really talk about it in church. So I want to get into it, but I'm always reading from this calendar called Jesus Calling by Sarah Young. And of course, the verses come from the Bible. I didn't need to tell Leonard that sometimes he forgets. So here we go. I love you with an everlasting love, which flows out from the depths of eternity. Before you were born, I knew you. Ponder the awesome mystery of a love that encompasses you from before birth to beyond the grave. Modern man has lost the perspective of eternity. To distract himself from the gaping jaws of death, he engages in ceaseless activity and amusement. The practice of being still in my presence is almost a lost art, yet it is the very stillness that enables you to experience my eternal love. You need the certainty of my loving presence in order to weather the storms of life. During times of severe testing, even the best theology can fail you if it's accompanied by experiential knowledge of me. The ultimate protection against sinking during life's storms is devoting time to develop your friendship with me. Okay, those verses come from Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 3, and Lamentations chapter 3, verse 22 through 26. The book of Lamentations, that is powerful, isn't it? I am excited about I didn't even know how to pronounce it here a second ago, and now we get to talk about it, and it's just dropping beautiful knowledge of what we never talk about in church. Why no one talks about meditation. This is talking about meditation, right? It says modern man has lost the perspective of eternity. To distract himself with the gaping jaws of death, he engages in ceaseless activity and amusement. We find our own ways to think that we are uniting with God and we are kind of telling God what we need, instead of if you have a kid, any kid that you're having a conversation with, does it really work when the kid tells you what it wants? No, you ask ask him, what do you want? And then I give it to you. But that's only at the times when the parent or the adult or the father wants to know what you want. But in times of meditation, there's times where he's trying to communicate with us. And that seems like more often the parent is telling the child what to do instead of asking the child what he wants. So I think it's starting to feel like prayer is only going to get maybe 10% of the time of all the prayers we get might actually get answered. Because if we're not meditating to hear what the Father is telling us, what he wants out of us first, well then if we're not hearing God, why are we up there trying to tell him anything? No, it's a conversation, and we have to kind of follow what he wants first. And it seems like our angels will guide us in the right direction to keep us on the right path when we're not having that direct connection with God. But if we can actually get that conversation going where we're listening and asking and talking and communicating in a back and forth conversation, well, that's where harmony is made. And what I'm experiencing right now seems a weird answer to a sophisticated problem where it gets a sophisticated answer. And as long as we don't put too much emotion in the journey, we're supposed to enjoy the journey, right? It's supposed to be an adventure to heaven. So we'll take the good with the bad, and it's always a test. And I hope you all are passing your tests, as well as I hope you pray for me through mine, because We are all experiencing some kind of test right now. So if you like this word and like these messages, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little alert bell so you know when we post another video. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Evening Word. I'm your host, Saxophone Delmone, bringing you all of the hidden, beautiful verses that we don't get to talk about in the Bible. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Keep the faith, you guys. Take care.